At this time, I'm going to yield to Mr. Roney, who chairs our NSA Cyber Committee, for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Would you please explain how General Flynn's identity could be unmasked based on the exceptions that we discussed?
Sir, I'm not going to discuss even hypotheticals about individuals. I'm sorry.
If I could make reference to a Washington Post article that I have here from February 9th, which states, let me say what it is and I'll ask if you've read it or if you've seen it, which states national security under Michael Flynn privately discussed U.S. sanctions against Russia with the country's ambassador to the United States during the month before President Trump took office, contrary to public assertions by Trump officials. Current and former U.S. officials said. The article goes on to say that 9 current or former officials who were in senior positions at multiple agencies at the time of the call spoke under the condition of anonymity to discuss intelligence matters. Did you read this article?
I apologize, sir. It's not an article that references 9 particular individuals. It doesn't necessarily ring a bell. I've certainly seen plenty of media reporting to that, but again, I'm not going to comment on specifics.
Just basically, under the breadth of that article, when we hear that 9 former current officials had spoken to the press under the condition of anonymity, and we heard Director Comey and the chairman speak of this is a potential crime, a serious crime under the Espionage Act. Assuming if this article is accurate, who would be in a position to request the unmasking of General Flynn's identity? Would that be you?
I would have the authority to do that.
Who else would?
Other individuals.
Would that include Director Comey?
I'm talking about
in the NSA alone,
within the National Security Agency, and we're talking about NSA reporting.
But would people like Director Comey also be able to request that?
Yes.
And the Attorney General and Director Clapper, are those type of people also on this list?
Again, I'm not going to talk. In general, yes, they would be
generally
able to come
speaking,
and ask.
not with regard.
Be able to come and ask. Not going to talk about the specifics of an individual or hypothetical scenarios.
Well, here's what I'm trying to get at. If what we're talking about is a serious crime, as has been alleged, in your opinion, would leaking of a U.S. person who has been unmasked and disseminated by intelligence community officials, would that leaking to the press hurt or help our ability to conduct national security matters? Okay, if it hurts, so this leak, which through the 702 tool, which we all agree is vital, or you and I at least agree to that, do you think that that leak actually threatens our national security? If it's a crime, and if it's unveiling a masked person, and this tool is so important that it could potentially jeopardize this tool when we have to try to reauthorize it in a few months. If this is used against the ability of us to reauthorize this tool, and we can't get it done because whoever did this leak, or these 9 people that did this leak, create such a stir, whether it be in our legislative process or whatever, that they don't feel confident that a U.S. person under the 702 program can be masked successfully and not leak to the press. Doesn't that leak hurt our national security?
Yes, sir.